Hello, my loves, and happy Sagittarius season. A lot lighter of an energy than Scorpio season, so welcome in. Hello, my name is Tori. I am the owner and founder of Holistic Reserve, where I guide people through self-healing and manifestation in their bath rituals, where we incorporate the moon phases and astrology into our self-healing and manifestation journey. I do like to use self-healing and manifestation interchangeably because self-healing is manifestation in action. So before we get too far into it, let me break down what you can expect from this video. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about Sagittarius season and the energy that it brings and what it means for you. And then I'm going to go into the different moon phases of Sagittarius season this year and all of the different retrogrades and other planetary transits so that you can use these energies along your journey. So let's get into it. Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius season means that is where the sun will be for the next 29-ish days. And Sagittarius is let's start here. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter. So mutable signs are the last sign of a season, this season being autumn. Mutable signs are the signs that are going to be a little more, listen, as a Sagittarius, as a mutable sign, I feel like I can say this a little bit. We are a little unpredictable, a little out of pocket, but that is because we are the final sign of a season. We have this tendency to be able to see the hindsight 2020 thing where we get to see all of the lessons that we learned over that season and integrate those things to get ready to evolve and expand as we move into the next season. So as we move into winter, Sagittarius is taking note of everything that we've gone through before we move into winter with Capricorn season in the middle of December. So before we get too far into ahead of myself, that being said, Sagittarius is a fire sign. So fire signs are going to be the ones that they're a little more excitable. They are very passion focused. It's very fast moving energy. So when we have a mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter, so Jupiter is the planet of expansion. When I think of Jupiter, I think of a magnifying glass over whatever Jupiter is focusing on, like whatever Jupiter is next to, whatever Jupiter is influencing, it's going to be a magnifying glass over that. So when we take that energy into consideration when we're talking about Sagittarius, Sagittarius is like the archer, right? So this ever expanding quest for knowledge, its curiosity, and doing so in a very passionate, bold, exciting kind of lens. When I think of Sagittarius, I also think about its counterpart, Gemini. Gemini is the twins. So if we had to break Sagittarius into twins, it would be like the curious, fun inner child and the old, wise, been there, done that hermit, right? So it's this energy of fun and spontaneity and abundance. And if you have any Sagittariuses in your life, we give off golden retriever energy like a motherfucker. Like, let's be real. Golden retriever, that golden retriever black cat. We just came out of Scorpio season. That's the black cat. Now we're moving into Sagittarius season, the golden retriever. So that's Sagittarius season. That's going to be the theme. So if you have major Sagittarius placements, this is not news to you, but for everyone as a collective, right? Because the sun influences us as a collective, what we are going through as we move through our day. So when the sun is in Sagittarius, what we as a collective are going to be experiencing is like the desire to start moving forward and evolving, and doing so from a place of like spontaneity and curiosity and fun. So it's not super surprising to me that the holiday season happens during Sagittarius season while we're all getting together, and we're very Three of Cups in tarot. So that's Sagittarius season. This Sagittarius season, 2024 in particular, though, so first and foremost, Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, Uranus, Mercury, Neptune. We've got some planetary retrogrades. Let's just start there. Let's just start there. We've got some planets retrograding. For all of Sagittarius season, the entire month, because these planets have been retrograding for some time and they still have some time to go before they go direct, which just means they're no longer going backwards, they're going to start going forwards again. We've got Uranus and Jupiter retrograding all of Sagittarius season. Now, my whole thing about retrogrades, when it comes to social media and TikTok version of retrogrades, get this bad rap of being like the big bad wolf. Like, oh no, this planet is going retrograde. Your whole life is going to fall apart around you. No, it's not. Retrogrades are actually a time for reflection and realignment. So it does mean slow the F down, but it means rethinking the themes that that planet carries. So let's break it down. All of Sagittarius season, we've got Uranus and Jupiter retrograding. Uranus and Jupiter have both been retrograding for a minute now, so it's not going to be some earth-shattering... Anyway, Uranus is the planet of disruption and revolution. So when Uranus is retrograding, it's going to have us rethinking our personal revolution and how that plays out in the world. Jupiter being retrograde, Jupiter is the planet of, like I was saying, it's the planet that rules Sagittarius. So it's going to have us rethinking our expansion, where we are moving and growing in our lives, and making sure that as we do so, we're doing so in a way that it is in alignment and still serving us in our highest good. And we're not just blindly doing things for the sake of doing things. We're not just going through the motions, but we're making sure that our expansion is aligned with our highest good. So on the 26th, we're going to kick Sagittarius season off. Oh, and I do want to mention, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and Jupiter is retrograding for all of Sagittarius season, that golden retriever energy that I'm talking about is going to be looked at a little closer. It's going to feel a little uncomfy. It's going to feel like, am I showing up in my am I spontaneous when I want to be spontaneous, or is there something holding me back? Am I expanding in ways that I want to expand, or am I doing things because I feel like I should? So that's going to be a major theme throughout all of Sagittarius season. But like I said, we're kicking off Sagittarius season on November 26th. We have a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrogrades, you've seen the memes, you've seen the TikToks. It's like everyone acts like all hell is breaking loose. It's not that big a deal. It's really not. They happen every few months, and they happen for a couple weeks. The reason why Mercury retrogrades feel like all hell is breaking loose is because Mercury rules communication and technology. So those are huge cornerstones to our society and our infrastructure. So when Mercury's going retrograding, really, like, just make sure you're saying what you mean to say. Make sure that your data on your phone and on your computer is backed up on the iCloud. So if there's any technology glitches, you don't lose everything. It's just slow down and make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. Not that big a deal. It's honestly a good reminder every once in a while to be like, did you really mean that when you said that? So right after Mercury goes retrograde on November 30th, we do have a new moon in Sagittarius. And I love a new moon in Sagittarius. That Sagittarius energy of expansion and abundance on a new moon, where we are setting intentions on what we're manifesting. This is a perfect time to really tap into where you want to expand, right? And also with Jupiter in retrograde, making sure that it is aligned with you and holding that energy within your body to manifest from a really aligned place. I think it's really beautiful, even with all of that retrograde yuckiness, okay? Then on December 6th, just about a week later, we have Mars retrograde. Now this one's I hate it. This one's not going to be fun, and it's going to be retrograde through the end of February. So Mars retrograde is going to have us rethinking our pursuits, our aggression, and how we process our anger. Mars is the planet of like the warrior. So making sure that like when you do have aggression come up, that it is processed correctly, making sure that you're not just like having angry outbursts. Okay. And on the same day, Sun is conjunct Mercury. So the sun is conjunct other planet. It's going to like really highlight that energy in our day. So with Mercury being in retrograde, the sun conjunct Mercury retrograde is going to really bring a lot of that like rethinking things to like the forefront on that day. So on December 6th, like keep that in mind. On December 7th, though, Neptune, which has been direct for the past few months and like bringing a lot of themes of like making sure that we're not dissociating, making sure that we're not like bringing us to confront a lot of like our addictions or rethinking our dreams and fantasies, things of that nature. Neptune will go direct on December 7th, which will make things flow a lot smoother in that sense. And Venus on the same day is going to enter Aquarius. Venus is the planet of like love, beauty, and relationships. So it's going to kind of point us toward what will be like the energy that is going into our relationships and our like love lives, or even directed to ourselves. So when we have Aquarius energy kind of sprinkled into our Venus themes, it's going to have us, Aquarius being a fixed air sign ruled by Uranus, which is a planet of disruption. We're going to be feeling a little more precious about our ideas and a little fixated on our uniqueness in our relationships. So it can feel a little maybe out of the box in your relationships. You can maybe do things in your relationships or in your dating life or in your self-love practices that feel a little bit unconventional. Let's see, on December 8th, we have our first quarter moon in Pisces. The first quarter moon is when we start building that energy up behind our intentions and manifestations that we set on the new moon in Sagittarius. So taking inspired action, and because it is in the sign of Pisces, we're going to be doing things that feel very intuitive. Pisces is the sign of cycles, but also being very in touch with like the astral realm and bringing that into the physical. So when we're taking inspired action and we're pouring that self-love into ourselves on the first quarter moon, we're going to be incorporating that energy of like divine guidance, really listening intuitively to our higher self or divine guides, your team of light, whatever that means for you. And then the following week on December 15th, we have the full moon in Gemini, and I friggin' love this, on the same day Mercury retrograde ends. And the reason why I love this so much is because Mercury rules Gemini. So that is such a beautiful energy. So full moon is a time of like our authenticity coming to the surface, because it is a culmination of inner child, present self, higher self all at once. It is this energy of like no longer being able to like wear the masks that we wear on a daily basis. So it is like our most authentic selves coming to the surface. And when we have Gemini, especially when Mercury is going direct, so it's going to make this Gemini energy flow a lot smoother, It's going to bring up a lot of communicating authentically, seeing the divinity and validity in both sides of the coin, right? We talked about Gemini being like the twins, seeing two sides of the same coin and being able to honor that. So a lot of communicating will feel authentic and feel, if there are any secrets that you are keeping, good luck keeping them up on December 15th during the full moon in Gemini and Mercury direct, because the communication is going to be really authentic. It's going to be like come through really easily, and it's almost like it's going to come out before you even see it coming. So and then we're going to finish Sagittarius season before the winter solstice before we move into Capricorn season with a last quarter moon in Virgo. And I love ending a season with a last quarter moon because the last quarter moon is the time where like that energy of the moon begins to wane and we're diving into our shadows and we are reflecting on what we need to release, like what we are ready to let go of. And especially a last quarter moon in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is this very like, it's all about discernment. It's all about recognizing what's good for us and what's got to go. So a last quarter moon in Virgo is like, I noticed that like, this is not working for me anymore. So I'm going to like profoundly wash this away. And like never to be seen again. So that is Sagittarius season. If you have the 2024 Lunar Bath Ritual Journal, everything for Sagittarius season can be found on page 142. 142 has the Sagittarius season journal prompts and info, and all of the rituals for Sagittarius season throughout. So that, and you know, that's if you have the 2024 Lunar Bath Ritual Journal. If you don't, or if you have not yet grabbed your 2025 Lunar Bath Ritual Journal, be sure to check that out at holisticreserve.com/shop. It is a much expanded upon version of last year's. It's got this nice little spiral bound spine to make it easier if you do your bath rituals and you're journaling on the top of a toilet lid like some of us. I don't know who I could be talking about. It just makes it so much easier to do your journaling without having to like hold it open while you're journaling, so that's nice. It has a lot of resources at the beginning of the journal that explain what, why, and how we do the journal bath or the lunar bath rituals. It has a lot of like astrology 101 to like make it all make sense. Goes into like the moon phases, a lot of resources to make this like self-healing manifestation journey along all of the astrological energies, like make sense, make it easier for you, a lot, as well as some QR codes to guided lunar bath rituals. So if you haven't grabbed yours yet, be sure to grab that out in the shop. With all of that being said, I'm wishing you a smooth Sagittarius season, a smooth self-healing manifestation journey. If you have any questions, if you're looking for further guidance, I do have a free lunar bath ritual, a guided bath ritual down linked below, as well as if you're ready to like join the membership for the astrology infused bath rituals or the intention based guided bath rituals, I do have those linked below. So wishing you love, happy Sagittarius season, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, love you, bye.